Hello dear learners, again to the follow-up of the online distance learning courses, today presented with the collaboration of my colleague Hadna Abdunor
and Mrs. Jalila Boutiris,
under the supervision of our inspector Mohammed Amin Slimani, Oran province. So they are addressed to
first year literary stream,
under the theme of
intercultural exchanges,
Unit 1 Getting Through, Stop and Consider.
stop and consider.
Thank you. So, Abdunor, let's discover what point of grammar we're going to see today.
Yes, sure.
So, well, let's see. Can you tell me, do you know when you need to use the, T-H-E?
Honestly, not really. Can you please give me some examples and
Okay.
try?
So we will see a little activity now with our friends. I'm going to see how to use it in English. So, will you please read the instruction?
Yes, sure. Put the definite article, the, when necessary.
Right. So the first sentence,
I'm going to bed.
the second one,
I walk to work.
yes.
My children are going to start courses at language school.
So here in these sentences, probably to you they seem correct, but one or two or the three of them need the article. So can you, Abdunor, give it a try,
So
please?
I'm going to use the article like within the sentences.
Exactly, it's
Okay,
within the
definite
sentences,
article.
and the sentences are done this way on purpose.
Okay, let's try. Can you
Okay.
please try with me?
Go ahead.
I'm going to the bed. I'm going to bed. I think I'm going to bed.
Yes.
Okay, let's see the second one. I walk to work
Okay.
and my children are going to start courses at the language school, at the language school. Is that correct?
Do you think it makes sense?
I think so. I think so.
All right, so let's check together with the three answers, right? Yes. All right. Very good. So, I'm going to bed. You're right, so we don't need absolutely no article at all in this sentence. I walk to work. We cannot say in English, I go to the work or I walk to the work. It's incorrect,
All
right, isn't it?
Okay.
My children are going to start courses at the language school. Why did we say here the language school?
I feel like something is unique, I think.
Yeah, and
Like
it's definite,
And definite, yeah.
particular. It's not any school, it's the language school. Thank you. So let's go forward, please. Right. Now here we have got some clarification and explanation to why we use the definite article, right, in English, and when. So we need the help of Abdunor to read with us the first part of the explanation or reminder.
Okay, sure. Here are some ways we use articles in common phrases and place names.
So what we mean phrases in English, we mean small expressions or a group of words that define something, right? So
The common phrases?
yes.
Do you want me to read them?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. We don't usually use an article in expressions with bed, work, and home.
Now, at home, when you take your time, please click on pause to see the reminder, and you're going to see all different exceptions and necessary cases when you need to use the, right? So we say in English, go to be in bed. We don't say, I go to the bed.
To the bed.
It seems
Okay.
awkward. It's not correct.
And even it seems like heavy.
Right,
Okay.
very good. So let's move forward. Right? We also don't normally use an article in expressions with school, university, prison, hospital. So Abdunor, please can you read the examples here?
Start school,
Yes.
that's it. Go to school and
Right.
be at school.
And not go to the school.
School.
Now, why did we use, as we said previously, the language school? Because it's something precise, something particular. Now, but we usually use the if, yes?
If someone is just visiting the place
Yes?
and not there as a student, a prisoner, a patient.
Yes, so now we move to another level of articles, which is the undefinite articles, when something is not clear, not particular, right? So let's see all together. Abdunor, please can you read this
Thank you.
passage?
Yes, sure. My son has started school now. I went to the school to meet his teacher. I went to the prison a lot when I was a social worker. At the hospital, my sister has just had a baby.
Yes, nice. So here we see the undefinite articles and n. Now, how are we going to use them? Place names. We don't normally use an article for continents like
America.
Yes, or ours.
Africa.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Most countries, we don't say Algeria. I mean, it's wrong, or the Algeria, right? But we have some exceptions that we're going to see later on. When there is a particular form of countries like United
States, you mean?
Yes,
okay,
very good.
The United States.
Exactly, that's
the
it.
UK.
Exactly, the United Kingdom, the United Emirates. Very good. So these are some particular exceptions. Right. Now, let's move on, right? Now, this is another task that makes a difference between the and the undefinite articles and n. But before we move on, let me give you a little hint about pronunciation. Now, pronunciation doesn't seem in writing, but be careful. When you pronounce the, we can pronounce it the or
the.
Very good. But when we say the, when
is it like when we have like a vowel?
Yes.
Vowel sound.
So how do we pronounce it in this case?
The article, for example.
Good. So when you pronounce the definite article, be careful how your word starts, with a vowel or a consonant. Do we say the university or the university?
I think it's the university.
Right, correct. Because actually it seems visually a vowel, but it's pronounced as a consonant. It's you. Good. So let's do this task together. I don't know, are you ready to do task number 2?
Yes, sure.
But task number 2, let me help you, is related particularly with and which are the undefinite articles.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
So please, can you read the instruction first?
I paid.
No, the instruction.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Instruction, thank you.
Yes, the question we need.
Fill in the short story below using the indefinite articles a or n.
Good, so we need only here to fill in the blanks with a or n. Then we're going to see how and why we use them. So can you go ahead, please?
You want me to place them in the blank?
Exactly.
Okay. I paid an iPad or iPad. I think I cannot even pronounce it. So I think I paid an iPad for my daughter.
Good.
In order to do research, she no longer wants to use the computer because she thinks that it is outdated as compared to what her classmates use.
Right.
A friend of her told her that computers belong to all times. They cannot be transported everywhere.
Correct. That's right. So do you think is right? Well, let's check all together. So, I had an iPad for my daughter. Very good. That's correct. So can you carry on reading?
Yes, sure. I paid an iPad for my daughter in order to do research.
Right.
She no longer wants to use the computer because she thinks that it is outdated as compared to what her classmates, I see there's no article there,
Yes.
classmates use. A friend of her told her that computers belong to all times. They cannot be transported everywhere.
Correct. So let's see now, why do we use and n and how? Good. So here is the reminder. We're going to explain roughly, but you at home, please click on pause and take your time to read. So, attention, note that the pronunciation matters and not the spelling. Here when it concerns to and n. So when choosing between and n, you be careful to check if the first vowel or consonant are really pronounced or not. Do you have an idea about this?
Like, they want me to give me an example?
Yes, please.
Like starts with a vowel or consonant?
Well, just give it a try with a vowel.
Let's take vowel. Let's say apple.
Yes.
Apple.
So, which one do we use?
So an apple.
Good. Very good. It's just like when we see here in the example. We use a before a consonant sound. Just like Abdullah said,
A table.
Good. Or a banana. Starts with B. B. And we use N before.
Vowel sounds.
Yes, right? Just like N.
An airplane.
Yes, very good. So here just a little remark. A university starts with Y sound. So do not get confused with U, which seems like a vowel. Let's move forward again. We often use A. Now, we are moving to another point, which is a different thing.
Okay.
Either, neither, both. This is another grammar point. We usually see them, but actually we don't know how to use them. So, we often use both neither, nor, either or, when, and how. Let's do task number 1 to check.
Okay.
Right? So,
rewrite sentence
B.
B so that it means the same as sentence A. Use the conjunctions given.
Yes.
So you want me here to use both and,
Exactly.
either or,
Yes.
neither nor, so that sentence B has the same meaning as sentence A. That's what you want me to do.
Exactly. So that you're not going to change the whole sentence. We are only going to use the conjunctions to keep the same meaning, but to make it clearer. So let's go with the first example,
it's getting
please.
a bit difficult. I hope you will help me.
But I'm going to help you, don't worry.
Okay, so let's do it together.
Oh, go ahead.
We can play games on the computer or go to play football with the boys.
Can we say it in another way? This is our purpose in the exercise. So how are we going to say it?
Am I going to
you're going to start your sentence, we can.
Okay. We can play games.
Yes.
Here we can play computer, I can see the repetition of play, so I think we go, we can play games on both the computer.
Alright, are you sure? Can
you
you
help me?
try again? Because you have playing games on the computer, going to play football with your friends. So you have here you have what? You do this, you do this. You're going to?
You mean choice?
Exactly.
Okay.
So remember this. So
we can play games.
Yes.
We can play games on either
Yes.
the computer
Yes.
or go to play football with boys.
Good. So let's discover the sentence all together, right?
Okay.
So here it is. We can either play games on the computer or play footballs with the boys.
I got it.
Very good.
I got it.
So remember, when you have to choose between two things or doing two things or
can we
it's all
do the
about
second
choice.
sentence, please?
Remember,
Yeah, sure.
Now
choose
it's different.
either
Okay.
Okay.
or. It's not about choice.
Okay. So I will read it for you.
Yeah.
I didn't know Sabrina's new address. Our friends didn't know Sabrina's new address.
Yes. So what do you notice here?
I feel like it's like kind of repetition here.
Yes.
Didn't know,
Yes.
new address.
Right.
So I think there is kind of repetition here.
Right. And there's something else. Repetition of what?
Like the negative.
Yes. Good. So it's not affirmative like the previous sentence.
Okay.
It's a negative sentence.
So
right.
here I understand that we are not going to use both and.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Good. So how are you going to do it?
Okay, let me try.
Yes.
So we try. I didn't know Sabrina's new address, or I and our friend didn't know. Please give me some time, please.
Yes,
Our
go ahead, take
friend.
your time. And you at home, of course, you click on pause, take your time to do the correct answer.
Okay, let's try.
Right?
Neither my friends,
Or our friends.
nor I,
Yes.
neither my friends, nor I,
Yes,
know, knew, is in the past,
Yes.
knew
exactly.
Sabrina's new address.
Good.
Okay, fine.
Right, so let's check the answer, please, all together. Right. So, can you read it again?
Yes, neither our friends nor I knew Sabrina's new address.
Good. So this one is not about choice, it's about when two things or two events are absent, do not exist at all.
Okay.
Good. So let's move to the third different type
Sure.
of color.
My new flat. Can you please explain to me? I haven't saw this flat.
Flat.
Yeah.
Flat. Flat actually is the place where people live. So do you have an idea of the synonym?
House, apartment.
Yes.
Apartment?
Good. Correct.
Okay, so
Very
flat
good.
apartment.
So
Fine.
flat in English is apartment, house. Very good. Yes.
My new flat or apartment is larger than my old one.
Exactly.
It is close to my workplace.
So here, what do we have? Flat, workplace, things together.
Is it like a possibility here?
Well, it has nothing to do with possibility, but let's give it a try.
Okay.
Can you do it?
Like, I'm lost here, sorry. Can you like help me?
You have two things together. So, do you have to choose? Do you have to? Yes, good.
And like
Exactly.
combine here?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
My new flat is both. Okay, got it.
Good.
Larger
Yes.
and close to my workplace.
Very good. So, let's see all together. My new flat is both larger than the old one and closer to my workplace.
Okay.
Well, here it means what? It means that we use both and to keep things or events or people together. All right? When we talk about two things are present together, two events are present together.
Okay, thank you, I got it.
Do you know how do we call them? I don't know.
Conjunctions?
Both and, yes, very good. So they are conjunctions, and they are called correlative conjunctions because they are used together. They are used all together.
Okay.
Thank you. So you please at home, you click on pause, you see the more explanation mentioned here for you, all provided for you. Thank you for following, and we'll see you on the next classes. Thank you for your collaboration.
Thank you, with pleasure. Thank you.
شكرا على المشاهدة. لا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة، الضغط على الجرس، الإعجاب بالفيديو. شكرا.